Eddie Brock's third solo movie in the Sony Spider-Man universe finally has an official name, but Venom, The Last Dance may tease trouble for Sony's long-troubled Sinister 6 team-up movie. Spider-Man has a long and fruitful cinematic history stretching back to the early 2000s, and it's clear that Sony has been trying to make a Sinister 6 movie happen since at least the early 2010s. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 featured a scene teasing the iconic weapons and suits of several iconic Spider-Man villains, but plans for a big antagonist team-up died after TASM 2's poor reception. However, the idea of bringing together 6 different Spider-Man villains seemed like the clear end goal when Sony announced it would be releasing a series of solo movies based on the webhead's iconic rogues, since named the Sony Spider-Man universe. The franchise seemed to invert the traditional cinematic universe plan, building up villains before later introducing a hero as the narrative antagonist. However, with Venom's third movie getting a name that seems fairly final, Sony may be moving too slowly and risks losing out on its most bankable franchise star. Venom, The Last Dance implies an end for Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock. While it's been assumed that Venom 3 would be the last outing for Tom Hardy's version of Eddie Brock, the movie now being officially labeled The Last Dance seems to put the speculation to rest. The soon-to-be trilogy hasn't been a smash hit with critics, but the Venom franchise's financial success is difficult to argue against, as seen below with data from Box Office Mojo. The character had a huge fan base before his movies, and Sony's dark, campy tone has proven a good fit for the Sinister symbiote. Of course, it's unclear if Hardy's Eddie Brock/Venom could pop up anywhere else after his solo movie trilogy is over, much like Iron Man continued to be an MCU staple long after Iron Man 3. However, with the wider SSU failing to come together so cohesively, it seems likely that Hardy really will be done with the role. If true, it means a Sinister 6 movie will be an incredibly tough sell. No Venom makes a Sinister 6 movie way less likely. Spider-Man vs. Sinister 6. Just like how the Avengers were only as successful for Marvel Studios as they were because of how well-liked the individual heroes were, Sony needs to establish a group of villains people have an interest in before pulling off a big team-up movie. Unfortunately, so far, Venom is the only character who fits the bill. Sony's other releases in the SSU have been met with general disdain, and not the kind audiences should feel for a villain.